Shiv, please give us a sense of how things are at the moment. This is a video that has been released by the IDF, just giving us a sense of how the tanks are rolling in. How has the Hamas retaliated?
Sneha, I was here at this very spot, just about 1.5 kilometers from the Gaza border that's there behind me, just 4 days ago. And I can tell you that when we were reporting here, we could hear a few shells land or airdropped bombs landing. But right now, it's happening every couple of seconds. There's tank shelling happening off to my right. I don't know if you could hear it above my voice. There's continuous tank shelling. Just now, there's a big plume of smoke. I don't know if you can see it behind me. That's from an airstrike that's happened at the northern end. Much of Gaza is blurred out as a result of the relentless airstrikes that are taking place right now. So we can hear tank shelling, we can hear airstrikes, we can hear medium machine guns as well. This entire frontage here is the northern end of the Gaza Strip, not very far from the actual fence. We do know that ground operations have visibly and audibly intensified. You can hear it. You can most definitely see it. We're going to be sending you some pictures in a short while from now. We're expecting an update from the Israeli Defense Forces in a short while from now. But the one thing that there's no clarity about, Sneha, is the hostage situation. What is it that has changed in the last 24 to 48 hours that has convinced Israel that it needs to expand its ground activity, which had been in a bit of a lull for the last 21 days. We don't have an answer to that question just yet. We've asked the Israeli Defense Forces whether there's been any forward movement as far as the hostage crisis is concerned. Also, the Gaza that you're looking at behind me, some parts of it are visible in the distance. You can see quite. Okay, that's a medium machine gun being fired off the top of a tank. So there's medium machine gun fire taking place as well as tank shelling that's taking place, which is only to be expected. So we're not very far from where those tanks have actually rolled in. So what I was saying is, the special forces are in. We don't know whether anything has changed actually on the ground to facilitate this particular operation being escalated into a full-fledged invasion of the kind that took place, between 2009 and 2014. But we're going to have to wait and see. Right here, I can tell you from this part of southern Israel, the escalation that the IDF was talking about last night has visibly and audibly increased. There's smoke in the air. You can smell it from here.
Right. Shiv, be safe. This doesn't look good at all. Shiv is in fact right at the border, very close from where in fact the tanks have essentially rolled in. Israel essentially has also given out details about how the leadership of Hamas is getting eliminated. Shiv, talk to us a little about that as well.
Yes, very, very important, Sneha. 150 airstrikes are said to have happened last night. We've just seen, at least 3 airstrikes while we've been here. If you kind of squint into the distance, you can actually see 2 plumes of smoke. So not very far from where we are, 1 strike and another a little distant. So 150 airstrikes took place. We understand from what the IDF has told us, because there's very little, independent information coming in from Gaza, which has been completely shut out with the internet and communications being completely knocked out. Okay, there's been a rocket intercept. I think there's been a rocket intercept right over here. Okay. There's been a rocket intercept. Just one second. I want to try and show you this image. Okay. Right over our heads. Right over our heads, there's been a rocket intercept, which means we need to probably take cover. But okay, just to answer your question very quickly, Sneha, the internet has been completely shut out. There's a communication black hole in Gaza, which is why there's no real information coming out. But the deputy commander of the intelligence directorate, the aviation wing head of the Hamas, and the naval wing head of the Hamas, including the person who was involved in some of the seaborne tunnel fabrication, the guy who was responsible for Hamas's paraglider operations and drones, which were used to devastating effect on October the 7th. Their names and their pictures have been put out by the IDF as among those who were killed in the late night airstrikes last night. So The Israeli Air Force is notching up those big kills, but the biggest fish of the Hamas continue to remain out of reach. At this point of time, the Israeli Air Force has also told us that they're using, penetration devices, basically bunker buster bombs to destroy the tunnel network of the Hamas, which is where they believe much of their resources, much of their, continuing offensive strength is being protected and hidden. This carries an inherent risk because nobody knows where those hostages are being hidden, Sneha, and that continues to be the absolutely critical question. So we've got a confirmation that there was a rocket that flew literally over our heads just now, and it was intercepted by an Iron Dome battery somewhere near Sderot. So this is also an exposed location. So if you've got any more questions, I'll quickly answer them and then we'll move to a slightly safer place.